Hello, Marcus Lim here with 2 DC animated movies on Blu-ray. So this came out not very recently, maybe 2 months, 3 months ago. But in any case, firstly, Justice League Warworld, right? Justice League Warworld, you can see it's the newest Tomorrowverse DC animated movie with Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. The thing is though, that from what I've heard, it's not the best DC animated movie. So a lot of people say it's, like a few, 2, 3 or 4 short stories just, strung together in a random fashion. I mean, pretty much it's, the 3 of them scattered across time. So you got 3 stories, and I mean, they do eventually come together at the end, but some people have said that the cliffhanger came out of nowhere, is pretty random, right? Just trying to set up the next Tomorrowverse movie. In any case, I'll still watch it anyway. So Warworld is like no other enemy. Yeah, so at least you get to see Lobo, right? So that's one thing that is probably a highlight. So some special features, illusions on Warworld featurette, and deep dive into origins and histories of the key players. Alright, so we've got just a Blu-ray disc, okay? So, yeah, Blu-ray, Warworld, Justice League Warworld, and I guess that's it for this very quick look at Justice League Warworld. And the next one is Justice League and RWBY, Superheroes and Huntsmen, Part 2. So Part 1 came out, not quite sure when, maybe close to a year ago possibly, or earlier this year. But yeah, Part 1 was quite fun, and Part 2 seems to be capture some of that fun again, right? Part 2, Superhero and Enhancement. So what happened is that whereas in Part 1 the Justice League members went into RWBY's world, right? So now it's the opposite. The RWBY characters move into the world of the Justice League. And so the aesthetic changes too. Because in Part 1, the characters, as you can see, they were more, DC characters. They look more like younger, kind of more kid-like, childlike. Whereas here, yeah, they're back to their more adult self. Although it's still an anime style, right? But more adult version. And so the RWBY characters also take on that aesthetic. So yeah, I guess that's what's fun about this. So what happens is the villain from the DC universe, I think Hugo, right, has teamed up with a villain from the RWBY world. And so the RWBY characters have to team up with the Justice League characters to take them down. So on the heels of successfully escaping a deadly zero trap, they emerge in their own world to discover that Grimm have overtaken Earth. Okay? So they call on Team RWBY for help. Some special features. I've got your back, the bond between Justice League and RWBY. You look different, RWBY on Earth, right? So RWBY taking on the aesthetic of the DC Universe characters. And if you haven't seen Part 1, well, definitely check that out first. But there is a quick recap at the beginning of this, so that you won't get too lost, or if you've forgotten what happened in the first one, then it will get you up to speed. So part 2, Justice League RWBY, Superheroes and Huntsmen. Okay, so looks like a fun one, this one, and maybe not as great, this one, but in any case still worth a watch. So there you go, Justice League Warworld and Justice League and RWBY, Superhero and Huntsman part 2. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in another video.